So, looking at, the cost to manage device issues. Jason, is there things that you've, most of your customers, we've seen MDMs help in this way?
Absolutely. Right? Yeah, so, just in general with not only the devices, but applications specifically, when they're out in the field, to manage the devices is more than just the device itself. It's what's on the device, right? So when you think of OS updates, application updates, if you're running a major enterprise application on that particular device and you need to push an update, without an MDM, you're doing this by hand and it's going to be very challenging. With an MDM, we push that latest update to a couple of the devices, test it, and then push it to the entire fleet, and it's done within a couple of minutes. So it saves astronomical amount of time and resources.
How are you keeping these devices up to date with OS patches, zero-day vulnerabilities, and then application updates? And I feel that MDMs are the answer in order to be able to deliver that functionality down to those devices.
The need to make sure that you're having your product as updated as possible when there's any firmware update, updates with the operating system, with security patches, etc. You need to make sure you can do that as fast as possible across the entire fleet. So having an MDM, it's absolutely critical to do that. If not, like Jason was saying, right, you're going to have the manual process, which is going to take too much time, and it's going to have you lose resource and efficiency in the process. Being able to do that process immediately after you get an update and just communicate that and do that within minutes is going to make you as productive as you can be in the field.
Yeah. Another thing too is asset management. These are some big challenges I think that we've all heard from our customers. Would you like to add anything to that, guys?
Yeah, I think MDM. It's like we're saying, it's critical because it's going to let you as well understand how many devices you have, how many licenses, the status on those devices. If it was stolen, if it's lost, you can wipe that device immediately. So you'll attack any security concern you have. You'll get data on the status and the battery lifetime. So you want to extend the life cycle of the device as much as possible. It's going to give you right life statistics around the entire fleet you have out there, and then it's going to be easier to make decisions in a way that's going to save you money in the process.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things around asset management is customers a lot of times don't know where their devices are. Yeah. They're like, well, we've got 1,000 devices out there across the entire US, and it ends up they don't know where 30% of them are, and they haven't checked in or what have you. So when you think about it from even an asset management or end-of-life perspective, is when they go to refresh their devices, they don't even know how many they're actually going to need. So as a general rule across MDM, it plays a big life cycle in the end of life of the devices as well. So, but you're right, asset management when it comes to locating devices, pinging devices, and remoting into the devices as well. That's something we haven't talked about. And remote control is a feature with MDM that is probably the most powerful out of all of them. You're able to support these devices as if they're in the palm of your hands, but they could be anywhere in the world. So that's another feature we wanted to point out there.